Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We are live here at DentonRadio.com with the leader of the two-time Grammy Award-winning hip-hop collective Arrested Development. We're sitting with Speech. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you, dude?
I'm well. So you were in town for the Denton Black Film Festival that kicked off yesterday. And you've got a couple of works in the fest this year. So give us a rundown of what you're doing with DBFF this year.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm glad to be here. I mean, DBFF is awesome. I've gotten a chance to meet some of the main organizers, and I see the awesome work they're doing. So I'm really honored to be a part of it. And I've first time ever in Denton, so I'm liking that. So I just want to say that, first of all. Thank you for having me here. And then second of all, I got two awesome documentaries that are in this film festival.
Cool.
One is called The Nigga Factory, which is, or the N-word Factory, to be more politically correct. And so that one is a mini doc. It's only about 12 minutes long. It's going to be part of a trilogy. It's going to be 3 parts. And the first part we're gonna actually play tonight, and it's an important film. It's really the title. Don't let it scare you or anyone listening. Don't let it scare you, because really it's meant to make a very real and important point. It uncovers a 400-year marketing campaign that is designed to demean or dehumanize black people's image to black people and to white people and all the people around the world. That seems very lofty, but once you start to see the documentary, you start to understand why this happens. And what it reveals is that during the founding era of this country, there was an opposing principle that was making the founding fathers and many others feel uncomfortable, and that principle was all men are created equal at the same time having slavery. And so the chattel slavery that was going on at the time, which obviously wasn't equal, with that principle that was driving this new nation, there was a need to try to justify that dual reality. And so the N-word Factory was created, not literally with that title. That's a title I came up with. But that factory was created in order to justify what was happening, coexisting at the exact same time during the time that this nation, which is born in such an amazing principle, was being created. So that's what this documentary talks about. It really leaps from the 400-year message that I just said to you, and it leaps into present day pretty quickly. So it talks about how it still is rearing its ugly head in this day and time, and it helps explain a lot of things that people have a hard time understanding in today's times. First of all, why race is even still such a huge thing. You have the right to vote with blacks. You have a black president. You have interracial relationships that are not illegal as they used to be. And so those things are all new developments that make some people wonder, well, why is even race still an issue to this day? And this starts to uncover the reasons why it's still very relevant even right now, and why we still have some work to do as a society to get rid of these ills. So that's the N-word Factory, and it's brilliant. I guess I shouldn't say it's brilliant. I did it. It is brilliant, though. I think it's brilliant. It's amazing. I'm a genius. Ladies and gentlemen, you got me. What? But no, I think it's a brilliant and needed piece, and we're almost at 1 million views, so it's doing good, and social media is really receiving it well.
Because this is also a YouTube series as well, right?
Exactly. It's out on YouTube. It's on my website on brotherspeech.com, but then that'll take you to YouTube. So it's something that really a lot of people are moved by. And then second documentary that is a full-length film. It's a full-length documentary. It's called 16 Bars. And that one is, I went into a jail in Richmond, Virginia for 10 days. And I worked with inmates on music. And this piece really goes into detail, in particular about 4 inmates that you're going to be able to see their journey, basically, from when I first walked into the jail to when I left. And we actually ended up following all of them for about 7 months after that. And so I wasn't in the jail any longer, but we followed them in their lives, and it goes a lot of places. It's a very emotional film, and people were extremely moved by it in all of the film festivals we've done. Film festivals we've done so far, and you could hear a pin drop at the end of it. In some of the film festivals we've been to so far. So it's really a powerful piece, and it talks about the messiness of the incarceration system that we find ourselves in today in America.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Arrested Development.
Cool.
You guys have a new album coming out.
It's out now. It's out right now on iTunes, on
awesome.
Tidal, on whatever you listen to.
Very, very cool. So for anybody that hasn't heard Arrested Development before or would like to find more about the band, give us some resources for that as well.
Definitely. We have a new album. It's called Craft and Optics. It's about I think it's about 8 or 9 songs, but it's 7 new songs and some remixes. And it's a brilliant record. Again, as you can see, I think everything I do is brilliant. It's a brilliant record, though. I think it's really special. I think that it's, it has the diversity of all types of music, from jazz to hip-hop influence in there. Of course, it's a hip-hop record at the end of the day. And, before Drake, before Nelly, before Bones, Thugs and Harmony, before a lot of them, I was the one that brought a melodic style of rhyming to hip-hop. So it has some of that in there, and it has just good hip-hop music. And so I think it's a really brilliant record, and I think people should check it out. It's called Craft and Optics, and it's at our website, brotherspeech.com. We'll get you there in every way, but arresteddevelopmentmusic.com also.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we got to talk, and you were saying that before all of this that you could find links to everything that we've talked about if they go to brotherspeech.com.
Correct.
Fantastic. So that's the best resource if you want to find anything more on speech.
Anything about me or Arrested Development, brotherspeech.com is your huckleberry.
Very, very cool. So you've been in Denton for your first time today.
Yeah.
Anything stuck out thus far? Any good restaurants or anything you got to check out?
Yes. I went to, where did we go to? My wife is over here in the corner. Spiral something?
Oh, Spiral Diner. Yes.
Spiral Diner is wonderful. Yes. Man, our good friend Linda, who's been taking us all around, she recommended that place, I think, and it was great. I mean, great. And then I've loved the people of Denton. It's great. And hopefully we could get the Confederate soldier down in the near future and put that in its appropriate place. But nonetheless, that's my opinion. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful town.
Cool, man. Well, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming on and being on Denton Radio.
Pleasure,
make sure you check out Speech's work. It's available tonight and tomorrow as a part of the Denton Black Film Festival. Yeah. Guys, make sure you stay tuned. We got a lot of great interviews coming at you for the entire length of the festival, so make sure you stay tuned right here to dentonradio.com and grab Arrested Development's new album, available now. Thanks, everybody. Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out dentonradio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at classicofdenton.com.